But I mean, is that the origin?
Of the hair.
My second guy.
Good morning,
Oh, good morning, Jew. Good morning, Jew. I'm Katie Halper, upstate New York, reporting live.
In Oakland. In overcast, we can't get rain, but we are having clouds. It's the foreplay of rain.
The worst of both worlds.
Drought-ridden California.
That's funny. But it's a rain.
That was the next place I was going.
You're getting blue balls. Like you never imagined.
Dry as a bone.
The blue balls. It's extremely bad blue balls. Look, the girl gives me crazy blue balls. I've never experienced anything like it. It's out of this world. It's insane.
Have you ever done a lot of like serious eyebrow changing?
No. Are you recording this? We should record this.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Of course I am.
We should do beauty with Jewesses.
Well, yeah, because I've always had these very huge eyebrows, right? That's part of our
full-figured eyebrows.
I have full-figured eyebrows. Also, you can't check because I'm older now, so my hair's changed, although I'm getting a little help. But I had relatively reddish hair most of my life, so I would have these black eyebrows and reddish hair, which to me is Judar people, a sign of Jew. I occasionally get now compliments on them, so I let them mostly go. I shape them a little, but I don't. They're much bigger. Like they used to be cut, like the top. I would cut them almost.
Oh no! I'm glad we're having this conversation, Heather, because we cannot have our world domination tour with you doing that. Two things women do that they really shouldn't. They take too much out from here, like so their nose looks really weirdly shaped, and there's a big space. And the top, I don't really think the top should be taken out from, as opposed to from on top.
Well, for me, it was just I wanted it to be smoother on top. I had plenty on both sides.
Well, you can like cut them with the little scissors.
Could you imagine if Jews in a family had technology that would filter your emotional issues with each other, so that each of you had your own local like reinforcement without needing it from anyone else around you?
I think it's called like development. What is that? Like a strong inner.
I don't know. I was trying to think about an app or something.
An app, a JAP.
I don't like that word. I've never used it.
Of course you don't. It's funny. It's one of these differences. For me, it's fine because I was surrounded by them.
It's anti-Semitic to me.
You weren't, because the people who said it in my case were the actual Japs or people like me who consider ourselves. I mean, I'm more Jappy, I guess, than hippie, but I'm more commie.
Well, to me, I heard Jews say it, but I mostly heard it from. Well, to me, it was like it's one thing to call someone materialistic or spoiled or selfice or any other more accurate term. It's another thing to say this is only.
But the thing is,
another thing to say this is only because.
Yeah, but
unless you say very.
There's a very Jappy aesthetic that like other women who are princessing and materialistic don't have, and like I think it's like really. It's hard because you like want to talk about it without being anti-Semitic. That's always hard when you want to describe a certain cultural phenomenon, like. Or an Irish cop. You know, there's like a certain thing with that. But I remember once...
But here's the thing about Jap, specifically, it's sexist. It's a
No, it is. It is.
Almost never used for men who do all the same stuff.
I'll call men Jappy, though. I will call men Jappy.
Well, I'm not... Oh, good for you.
Don't worry, Heather.
Congratulations. You're a warrior. I want to hear your guy accent impersonation.
Bottom line... The male Jap is a little bit more like... She's crazy. She's absolutely crazy. She's insane. Like, don't even talk to her because she's just insane. What, that woman, she's a nut. Absolute anti-Semite. Bottom line, best hotel. Best hotel I ever stayed at.
It was incredible.
It was incredible. No question. Like, they say very hyperbolic things. Like, I'm trying to remember.
Extremely amazing. I can't even do it. Now I'm going to be doing Christopher Walken instead of the guys I went to summer camp with.
The girls would also do this thing where they'd be like, they'd have this very moralistic thing, like, he's a very good boy. Like, he's a very good boy. He comes from a very good family, and he's very respectful. And then they did this ridiculous thing, which we talked about with Michael, which was the March for the Living, which is when you do, like spring break Auschwitz, which is, like, a weird thing in itself. And they would come back.
Doesn't Israel send most teenagers on this?
Yeah, they do, yeah. But then, or Israel or New York. I mean, fine line.
Yeah, I'm working on a piece about, I mean, we did even more when I was growing up. I'm working this thing about Holocaust reenactments that we did when I was at summer camp. Never mind going to Poland. We were going to do it in Sudbury.
By the way, there was a thing in the Times of Israel, the people who brought you the amazing.
You're still reading that Drek?
Always, that Drek, that schmutz. I'm reading it Chazarai because they had a thing today. These are the people who brought us the amazing op-eds, like when genocide is permissible, and does this war make So this week, which is amazing. This week both of which they took down.
Really
by the way.
think you
this week
could
they have one.
Could you make a better? Okay, could you make a better headline? Like if you're doing Ferguson, what's a better headline in Ferguson's? This war make me look fat.
Pause. My mom in the ultimate Jewish mom move. When I said they took both of them down, she's in a room behind me. She goes, "Because of you," because I wrote about the "Does this war make me look fat?" So I'd like to think it's because of my blogging truth to power. They took it down. But no.
They took it. You know why they took it down, Katie? Because it made them look fat. It's slimming.
Exactly.
But you want your blog to be slimming. You need like a narrow margin. You need less in the nav.
So ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
So absurd. But I wonder if they're going to take this down because this guy writes, and he's a rabbi involved in human rights stuff, and his thing is when legitimate criticism turns into treason. And he literally says, like, he does the most Jewish thing ever. He's like, the term Moser or Mosa, something that means traitor, a Jewish thing for traitor. He's like,
so let
not
me
be
lightly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the most, like, I don't know.
The really Jewish thing is to say on the one hand,
or like, are you a turncoat? I don't know. It's very Jewish because
but he doesn't do the other hand. It sounds like
and it's also
that's the traditional Jewish thing.
No, he doesn't do the dialectical.
In which
thing
case,
at all.
you actually consider how it absolutely is.
Or at least entertaining
uncertainty.
Or I like the rabbinical trick of going in the opposite direction from what.
But that's the Malcolm Gladwell direction. You think that's rabbinical?
Well, I read this thing once by J.J. Blue. His wife is a big Orthodox feminist. You know her.
Oh, yeah, Blue Greenberg.
Something like that.
Why do I know her? She wrote a thing about the feminism of taking a mikvah, which is a Jewish ritual bath that Orthodox women go in. And why do they go into it? Because we're unclean during our special time. Of course, as a lesbian idea, you're going to go take a hot tub with a bunch of other women who watch you. It's like, it's after. I know if you're religious enough, you're not even supposed to say to your husband, "I'm done." You're supposed to like hand him a cup, and that's the signal.
Filled with menstrual blood.
You have to.
I'm done.
Have a swig.
Oh my god.
No, because we're abominations because Eve and the apple and all that business. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm more likely to be somewhere where people are, bearing their placenta, menstrual blood and placenta on a tree,
making a mural out of it. Before, just in case anything happens, let's do our sign off. Nice talking to you. I will see you next week.
I will see you next week. I'll be in Toronto.
Oh, cool. Doing
I'm at a funeral.
Oh, sorry.
My girlfriend's grandmother died. But you know what? I've never been to a not Jewish funeral.
You're like, I'm so excited I can barely contain myself.
I'm a little bit like, what am I supposed to do? And is this okay? Is what okay? And
oh, you know what you're supposed to do? I'll tell you what you're supposed to do. This is what I did at my cousin's father-in-law's funeral. You're the crier. You know Italians pay for criers at funerals?
I could make a living at an Italian funeral. I can cry.
I know. Guys. My cousin, who's half Jewish, half WASP, but her last name's Eisenberg, so whatever. Jews love telling her she's not a Jew because her mom isn't. We're like, yeah, fine. She and her sister, my other cousin, and my mom and I were sobbing. We didn't know this guy well. Certainly not my other cousin, my mom and I. The cousin who's married to his son did. Everyone else, they're like from upstate and they're not Jewish. They were like stoic, and it was an open casket, which I'd never seen.
No, this is.
Is she going to be open casket? OC. There's also an article which is fascinating about anal sex.
How did you go right from cremated to anal sex?
Idea. You know what? I don't know. How did I do that?
Then my girlfriend's grandmother's cremated. You know, there was an article about anal sex. There wasn't not even that much space between them. Not even a palate cleanser, Katie. Go ahead.
Hold on.
There's just gotta be ways. Sorry, fuck me. Did you hear me? I just said go ahead, and then I talked 15 milliseconds later.
Jew or non-Jew?
Unbearable to myself. I'm unbearable to myself.
I'm unbearable to myself. That's the best line.